This is a comedy video.
Stop ruining video games with stupid updates! I'm coming out the gate! I'm coming out the closet! I'm coming out! Do. I want the world to know I really hate game companies that update their game retroactively to make it more competitive. Spoiler alert, not everything has to be a goddamn eSport. Valve did it with CSGO, Blizzard did it with Overwatch, Relic did it with Dawn of War 3, and most importantly, we're gonna talk about the most heinous video game update to ever rock a very, very niche minority of video gamers. Okay, listen, I'm gonna be talking about the time CD Projekt Red updated Gwent and somehow made it worse. How? Well, by removing GWENT Arena and trying to make the game an eSport. Listen, by the end of this video, you're gonna understand my unbridled rage with CD Projekt Red. But before you can comprehend the issues, we need to establish. What even is Gwent?
Gwent is a virtual trading card game based on the fictional trading card game within the universe of The Witcher, which, I mean, it technically would make it not a fictional card game. It would be a virtual card game that's based on a real card game at that point, but technically it's still, what?
The easiest way to explain this is simple. You know competitive card games, I'm talking Magic the Gathering, I'm talking Pokemon, I'm talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are all games that you can physically play in real life with your friends at any hobby shop. Gwent, on the other hand, looked at this and was like, whoa, something's telling me I don't think we're gonna break into this physical market. So what is there left to do? Well, that's easy. The only thing left to do
is go virtual. But hold up.
I already know what you're about to ask me. But Goblin Man, are you suggesting that we should spend our real-life money to buy a virtual card collection? No. I'm not asking you to buy a virtual card collection. Listen, baby, come here, come closer to me. Listen, let me tell you what we're about to do, baby. We're not talking about Gwent, we're talking about GWENT Arena. I'm asking you to gamble, baby! Woo! Listen, yeah, sure, you don't get to keep the cards. Sure, you don't get to keep the deck. Yeah, okay, sure, you don't get to keep the glory hole, but what you do get to keep is something much more important. The memories. I mean, haven't you guys seen Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind? That whole entire thing talks about how important memories are. Listen, it's not a scam. Now, in order for you to understand what made 2018's GWENT Arena such a great mode, I think the easiest way is going to be to compare it to another virtual card game. Hearthstone!
You see, in Hearthstone's arena, you get to choose your hero off the gate. You get to pick from one of 3 choices, and on that choice you click, you then get to choose cards that are either neutral or within that set class. But Gwent, on the other hand? Whereas Hearthstone is good old reliable United States of America, where every able-bodied man of a given age is going to be drafted. Get it? Drafted? Arena? Drafted. Fucking. Then again, it's only men who are able-bodied and of a certain age. Meanwhile, Gwent is like Soviet Russia. They're sending the men, women, children, grannies. Michael J. Fox having a full-blown Parkinson's attack. It literally doesn't matter because everybody's going to the front line. Everybody's going to die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. GWENT Arena literally just threw every single card in the game at you and was like, go ahead, make a cohesive deck. We don't care. We got your $2. Get f***ed. And guess what? Get f***ed you did pretty routinely because as with most RNG and chance-based things, well, the house always wins. But that didn't stop me from wasting a lot of money on it because your boys, they coming out of the closet. I must be a girl because I just like to have fun. Is that gonna come back and haunt me in the future? So here's the thing about GWENT Arena. No matter how silly or how stupid a deck is,
you could take your random deck, enter any match, and just enjoy the experience. You could go from winning from a landslide to losing by a landslide, and in the last second, winning again by just a couple points. You might be saying, wait, what do you mean a couple points? Well, easy. Let me explain how you play Gwent. You play cards that make your number go up, and you play cards that make enemy number go down. It was a wild ride. It was a ton of fun, and you might be wondering, in what type of scenarios might you be playing GWENT Arena in when you could be doing other things? Well, hey, buddy boy, sometimes life doesn't go your way. So luckily, I have a couple scenarios in which GWENT Arena came in clutch.
Scenario 1. So there you are. You just wrapped up editing on another killer video, and now you're gonna have to wait around for the 3 hours it's gonna take to finish rendering. Don't have enough processing power to load up the only other game you own, Crisis. So what is there left to do? Get a motherfucking GWENT Arena, boys! Bada bing! Bada boom! Oh, you can't take this, Just quit. Oh shit, lightning! Boom! Scenario number 2. Your girlfriend is cooking dinner for you in the kitchen. Dinner's gonna be ready in 10 minutes, which means you don't have enough time to hop into a game of Hunt Showdown with the boys. And if this was a healthy relationship, you'd go into the kitchen and talk to your girl about how her day went and all this real couple things. But fuck that shit. You know your boy's gonna be playing some GWENT Arena. I mean, come on! Played one bear. It got zapped. I played the second bear. It got zapped. Now when I play this third bear here. You can't touch this. You just can't touch this, man. And scenario number 3, load up GWENT Arena. Boom!
And throughout 2018 and 2019, I had so much fun playing GWENT Arena. But as the old adage goes, all good times must come to an end. The year is 2020.
GWENT has come out of open beta, making it officially released for everybody to play. So you know your boy had to load it back up. And not only did they revamp the whole entire game, I got to the main menu and Hello? I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I can't believe the fact that GWENT Arena mode is removed and replaced with something called draft mode. Draft mode? Catch me living in Racevic's closet the second they draft me. That's right. I'm gonna book a plane ride up to Canada. $400. Maybe you know the draft isn't looking that bad. Draft mode is a semi-competitive format where you get to choose your faction leader when you first try to make a deck, and from there you're given choices of cards and bundles of 3 each, and you build a deck based around a theme that you would probably experience in regular matches. Wait a second. Are they trying to make this an eSport? Oh, they're trying to make this a fucking eSport. Son of a... No! I have to be mistaken. Hold on, CD Projekt Red wouldn't betray me like that. Let me go to play GWENT. That's Play Max. Hold on. Let me go to play GWENT. PlayGWENT.com. Oh my God. There we go. We're safe. No! You betrayed me, CD Projekt Red. You betrayed me. Kevin, can you believe they're... Huh? They're trying to make it an eSport. Competitive gaming, what the fuck? Where the... Kevin, where are you? I just want to talk about competitive GWENT, Kevin. Where could you be? Are you in... Oh. I shouldn't do this, but Kevin wouldn't definitely be hiding in this closet. Kevin, you're gonna listen to me complain about competitive GWENT.
Don't kill me, I just don't want to hear about GWENT. It's so boring.
Wait, kill you? What? Wait, why?
You have a gun? Just don't...
Oh, I do. That's weird. Let me do a little bit of a preamble here and make it a little bit broader than GWENT. Let's talk about competitive gaming. I get it. Everybody wants their game to be successful. Everybody wants their game to make money. And what's more successful, it makes more money than sports events. But herein lies the issue. You see, unless you have leagues of adoring fans, a solid player base and foundation, and a drive for the esport, you're going to inevitably alienate the casual players that you need to get the sports status that you seek. By?
Because making a game too competitive turns away the casual...
Turns away the what?
Turns away the casual audience. That's what you wrote.
Just look at Call of Duty or Halo. The developers of those games from the get-go set out just to make an incredibly solid game and a fun multiplayer experience. And from that, it brought in leagues and leagues of fans who really enjoyed the gameplay, and there was a demand to see people who played the same game as them do so at a significantly higher level. And thus, the pro scene was created. And that is the most important thing that a lot of these games forget. Basketball fans like to play basketball. Football fans like to toss around the pigskin. I may not be able to hit 3 BR shots back to back, but when I see Walshy do it on the main stage, it's almost like I'm doing it. There's always that thought, that imagination, that excitement that when you see the pro player do it on the main stage, it's almost as if you're doing it yourself. You're living vicariously through them, and that is so important not just to esports, but to sports in general. Now that that's been said, let's bring it back to Gwent. You're telling me that arena mode was removed in order to make room for draft mode, which only exists to teach people how to play competitively and funnel them into the competitive format, which is not inherently bad. What's bad about this whole entire occasion is that it's so boring. It's so boring. I don't want to play it anymore. Where is the action? Where's the shoot the whoop in my outdated fucking memes? Where's the RNG? In the same amount of time it would take me to cast a couple bleeds in draft mode, I've already summoned 3 bears, hit someone with lightning, and also tried on all of Yennefer's dresses in arena mode. The reason for this is when you make a game competitive, you have to remove as much RNG as possible, nerf all the incredibly fun cards, and structure everything in a way where skill will outrank fun. Now, that's not inherently a bad thing, but the issue comes from the fact that you need a casual audience in order to support the competitive audience. 2 games, Lawbreaker, Call of Duty. The issue why Lawbreakers didn't succeed is because the skill outranked fun so much that a casual player would join and get dominated. On Call of Duty, in the same amount of time, I'm racing a RCXD, I'm in a hotel lobby. There's so much more for me to do, even if I suck at the game. Let's talk about something within the same environment. Hearthstone, another virtual trading card game. I'm not going to talk about ladder mode, but instead let's talk about all the casual modes, solo adventures. Look at all of these things you can do. These are all single player adventures. Now let's go to modes. I can jump into multiple modes. I have arena mode. I have battlegrounds. I have whatever the fuck duels is. That's a new mode. Just more casual things that don't require a huge time invested in me. I don't have to play competitively. Now to the board. You attracted the Witcher 3 audience with the standalone Gwent game. Great. You have an audience. You lost them when you made it Gwent Homecoming. So you lost the Witcher 3 audience. You attracted the Thronebreaker audience, a single-player casual audience, when you made it Gwent Homecoming. Great. You have an audience, but then you lost it by only focusing on esports and not having anything for the Gwent Thronebreaker audience to do. And you may be wondering, Haydn, what exactly am I talking about? What would they be doing in this with all the examples I just gave? And that's easy. I would say the GWENT Arena. Honestly, like, if you bring back GWENT Arena, it seems like all these problems will be solved. I mean, it's kind of crazy, huh?
Hold up. Huh? What's a 401k? Hold up, let me get this straight. Paid tomorrow, but work today. I just wanna cop a new chain. I just wanna cop a gold ring. I just wanna, man, I don't know, maybe get paid.